morning, everyone. Thank you, Habits, for your comments. First of all, I want to begin by saying that I'm to PM. I am the son of a lawyer and the husband of a lawyer. But I myself, I am no lawyer. But having interacted with lawyers quite frequently, I will try to do this in the best shot, even though we're not talking purely about law and lawyers, because we're also talking about traditional ways of which I personify here today. Obviously, as you are speaking, so many images came to mind, and I want to share some of them so that I don't lose my train of thought. When you mentioned everyone keeps coming to the palace today, I remember growing up, we were told that was something the missionaries, the Catholic missionaries, even though we're talking about law now, I see a parallel there. Catholic missionaries, why they really succeeded colonizing the world as they did was Catholicism made a lot of room for traditional ways. They would come and they would observe where was the strong place, where was the holy place, the sacred place. Not as I was in Africa, but in South America, they would sort of tear down the area around the sacred place, turn the sacred place to their altar, and build the Catholic Church. So in the minds of the local people, they are still coming to that place where their ancestors held as sacred. So I think that's why politicians will keep coming to palaces, because in the minds and the DNA of the people, this is where power flows from. This is where justice flows from. Unfortunately, in Africa, we took the very well packaged way of the West with its common law and the nice fancy black dress code and wigs and gowns and did away with our traditional ways. Yes, largely Nigerian society. I may speak with a little bit of bias to this point right now. I think Warri Kingdom did very well, if I do say so myself, in creating a hybrid of what the West had to offer, even down to the dress code of our chiefs, the Olu, but still retaining the substance of the tradition. So that analogy serves for the argument for a need of a hybrid. Because the truth of the matter is, even within our traditional ways, our ancestors did the best they could with what they knew. And oftentimes, in my experience, it is the ways of our forebears are good, and we follow it. However, there is a thing as natural justice, universal spiritual laws given by God. And for me, it's simple. Where those traditional ways appear laws, codes, and justice. And I'm really trying to dance around and not bash the Western ways or the common law because it has its merits. But I'm identifying an all too common pattern. I can see I'm still coming back to what you said about politicians. When Nigeria was preparing for independence, we were consulted on a regular basis. Traditional rulers were front and center of it all. Once it was concluded, we shifted and ran with it. And as we have seen over the last 60 plus years, we come across problems in the way we administer society. And for whatever reason, we struggle to go back and review. For whatever reason, I do not know the reason. But we should not hesitate to come back to source and say, okay, this is where we started. How can we reverse engineer the same people we consulted at the beginning? Stakeholders who have come up in the last 60 plus years. This thing is not flowing the way it ought. You all know the numbers, how long cases take at appeal court level, at Supreme Court level. Resources are wasted, lives literally are wasted, people die waiting for judgments to come out, and people are left feeling bitter, resentful, and honestly, we can and we should do better as a society, as opposed to sitting and saying this is the only way and we're not going to improve for it. So, coming back to source and review. Dispute resolutions, we have similar in our palace, and I'm sure we have in every single palace, municipality and city. I believe, and your Royal Highness, I'm sure you can quote the law better than I can. You are the law. What comes out of palaces already in our constitution, I believe courts recognize those judgments, if I'm not mistaken. But because, once again, our people feel, I don't agree, I'm going to a better system. We need to be supported, as Cabinet said, we need to be supported by the Constitution, by the law, and all of society. Because as traditional rulers are here for the best interest of their own people. And where justice is at the grassroots of every system, as I keep saying, the land is alive. And the land knows when a just decision has been taken. And it's for people to trust that what is happening here is good, is true, and is righteous. And with that satisfaction, it may not meet what they wanted it to be. But when you get to the Supreme Court and you are given that same judgment, because there is no further court, you accept it after wasting how many years and resources. So simply as a non-lawyer,